Hey Scoops, Alex here.
Dre here.
And today we are doing our trailer reaction for Luke Cage Season 2, trailer number 1. Now, this comes as a special request from DC.
DC!
We love you.
One of our most awesome members of the Scooby Gang, constantly commenting, constantly giving us words of encouragement and support. Appreciate it, DC.
Seriously, you are amazing. And with that said, oh wait, do you want to give a little?
Well, just a little back and forth. If for those of you who haven't seen the first season of Luke Cage or are familiar with the character, basically he's a superhero from Harlem. Black, obviously.
Can't be hurt.
Can't be hurt. Has unbreakable skin, super strength. Teams up with the likes of Iron Fist. He just came out the Defenders, which was, we'll get into that later. So let's see what we got in season 2 of Luke Cage. Gotta build the suspense, you know. Yeah, all right, here we go. Yeah.
I was like, are we going to break here?
Yo, I'm Luke Cage. You wanna test me? You know where to find me. Ooh, got it all, man.
Everybody talking about Luke Cage like he's Jesus.
I ain't no joke. I used to let the mic smoke.
The bulletproof black man. For the hard rocks, he's a ghetto boogeyman of their nightmares.
You can get a smack for this.
Really, guys?
You gotta know we tried, man.
I ain't no joke.
But one man cannot save a community.
You can't keep doing what you're doing.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
And believe me, Luke Cage is nothing but a man.
Harlem, it's mine. Damn. Hate to see such a positive brother like Luke Cage go down like that.
He hurts you. You're not invulnerable, Luke.
Anyone who can take you on barehanded can't be good for Harlem.
I gotta find him.
Bushmaster, what makes him so scary?
We hope you never have to find out.
Oh shit.
It's your Bushmaster. Then I'm coming.
I've seen you raw, but never brutal.
Sometimes brutality gets shit done.
That's true.
Harlem doesn't need a hero. It needs a queen.
The darkness that you deal with every day, it can consume you whole. If you let it, don't let it. Just so we're clear, I'm not in the market for a sidekick.
Who says you're not my sidekick?
Yes.
Me? It's my show.
Damn. Yeah, I knew I was going to be biased before we even saw this thing, but, oh man, I love the idea, as we said before, that we're finally getting legit, not Steel, starring Shaquille O'Neal. We're getting legitimate black superheroes in the form of Misty Knight, Luke Cage, Black Panther. Thank you, Marvel.
It is about damn time.
It's about goddamn time.
And also, they're all so badass.
Yeah.
So swaggy.
Everybody is swaggy.
Yes.
All right, so DC, for you, man. Here come the scrub.
Yes. Great recommendation,
Yes.
by the way. I'm so excited. I think we should get right into the script because there's so much to go over.
There's so much to go over. It's a TV show, not a movie, so it's a lot. So we start with, it looks like Luke Cage is trying to make a commercial for the people of Harlem, which plays into his hero for hire stint in the comic books, in which you can pay Luke Cage to protect you. We'll get to it later, but there's a scene where you see Luke Cage taking like selfies with like a group of like little black kids. Before we started filming, we were talking about that. It's like, as brown people, it is so, like, it does do something for you emotionally to see yourself represented in a non-pimp, a non-stripper, but a respectful, legitimate, heroic way.
No, it's awesome. These kids actually have people to look up to in the films now that they're being represented in, and they look so excited. It's just like gets you in the heart a little bit.
It warms the heart. It warms the heart.
It looks like he's a local hero in Harlem now. Like the ladies are turning around.
You see it? Oh,
like
he's sipping his coffee.
yeah, he's just he's getting the love. But that's not all. The villains, the bad guys are also taking notice of him clearly because he's drawing a lot of attention. So in this scene here, first of all, I got to shout out that hoodie.
Right? African American College Alliance. What?
Amazing. But yeah, the bad guy, he's like, Luke's looking at him like, come on, you know I'm bulletproof. And he's like, well, I got to try.
I got to try, man. I've heard you are, but I got to try anyway. And then we get a little bit more reintroduction to Misty Knight, who was the detective from first season of Luke Cage, loses her arm. From you nerds, I'm sure you know, in the comic books, she has a metallic arm. Bionic arm that she got from Tony Stark in the comics. And this one, as we know in real life, Marvel TV and movies don't cross over that much. RDJ isn't doing a Netflix series, so Danny Rand, the billionaire of the Netflix world, gives her arm in this. Very cool substitute. And then we get into Bushmaster. I don't know who, obviously, as we see from this, is one of the few people in the world who can go toe-to-toe with Luke Cage. Scoobs, I don't know how he gets his power in this. It looks like there's a scene where he's like breathing over incense or
Well, I think he got it from the same doctor that gave Luke Cage his power.
I wonder if they're going to do the same, because that's how he got in the comic books. But as we saw at the end of Luke Cage season 1, that's how his brother gets his power. So I wonder if they're going to repeat the same sort of lazy origin story. We'll see. We'll see.
I feel like the candle thing is to mislead us.
You think so?
Like he's doing some weird seance.
Yeah, I thought it was like maybe some sort of magic, because we saw in Daredevil and Elektra that this world obviously does have mysticism and like magical energies, Doctor Strange, but maybe it's science, maybe it's magic.
But also it looks like it's being recorded by someone, so it's probably going to get on the internet webs. But I noticed that he has, sounds like a Jamaican accent when he speaks, which is awesome because in the original comics, Bushmaster was a villain from the Caribbean. So I'm liking that they're carrying that over.
Was he? See, I did not know that.
Yes.
You're real proud of yourself, aren't you?
I am. I know a thing or two, Andre. Have to use your full name when I'm
when she's reprimanding you.
Yeah. We go a little bit forward, and he's bleeding.
Yes.
Luke Cage is bleeding into this thing.
We didn't see this in the first season at all, but yeah, he's gushing blood from his mouth, which is crazy. And then right after that, we get into my girl. Woo! All right. Ooh-wee. My God. Rosario Dawson.
Who some people say I resemble.
She loves to slide that in. Whenever we bring Rosario Dawson, Keller will slide that in. Yeah.
Maybe you never noticed it, but it's been told a few times.
And one of the biggest things I love from this season 2 trailer that kind of bugged me in the first one was I love the tone, I love the setting, the music, Alfred Woodard, the bad guys were great. I felt Luke Cage was a little flat, a little boring in the first season because he's so powerful.
It was just too easy.
It's too easy. All he does in the first season is just like literally push people and like they're knocked out. So I love in this one, as we're seeing, not only is he getting his ass kicked, does he have the cold sweats, but I love that he's going to be challenged and actually going to have to overcome some adversity as opposed to, oh, no, it's easy for me.
Right. And also it looks like this villain knows martial arts. So
Great
that's
call.
a big difference because he has the same strength as Luke Cage, but he actually has martial arts experience, whereas Luke Cage, it doesn't really know the art of fighting. He just is super strong.
That is a great call. Almost like whenever Superman loses his powers, he gets his ass beat. Because he's so used to being a tank that he just punches through stuff. But the second he can't do that anymore.
So as bad as we thought Cottonmouth was, Bushmaster just seems vicious.
Yeah.
Like, he seems like a villain with no remorse. He doesn't care about anything but destruction, and he has bullets literally just hanging out in his body.
Yeah. And that scene where he turns the guy's neck and just stabs him in the throat.
Yes.
And then we see him just, when Luke Cage goes into this warehouse, just surrounded by his gang. I love the threat level.
But it looks like he might get some backup.
Okay.
In the form of Misty and the Daughters of the Dragon.
She's bringing the thunder.
She's saying she has that bionic arm. We had that clip where she's like, oh, you're going to be my sidekick to Luke Cage. So
I do like that meta line where he's like, well, not really, because, it's my show. Total Deadpool.
I
Fourth
love
wall
it.
breaking. Colleen Wing, it was Iron Fist's partner. But the real team up you want to see is Misty Knight and Colleen Wing. I'd watch that series over Iron Fist any day.
Oh, for sure.
When Rosario Dawson says that we've never seen this brutal before, because it's true. In the first season, Luke Cage he's a reluctant hero. He really only gets involved if he has to, but doesn't like actively go out and stop bad guys. And his follow-up line is, sometimes brutality is the only way to get shit done. I'm so excited to see him double down.
Mariah is back, and she is coming for his ass. She looks like she is getting down to business in this one. She's looking, I love this scene because it has her looking at a picture of Biggie.
Yes! Like
the
Cottonmouth
king.
did in the first one, but now that she killed
And the
Cottonmouth,
crown is now over her head.
it's so good.
And she says that Harlem needs a queen.
Yes, because in the first one, in the first season, she kills the king, and now she's the queen. Beautiful.
She's coming for blood.
And as her right-hand man, we got Shades back in this. You know, Shades is returning. And I love that we're getting a couple of quick shots of Harlem, which... I know it sounds cheesy when people say this, but Harlem is a character in and of itself in this series. The music is excellent. We get a lot of jazz numbers, a lot of R&B numbers. The nightclub that they use, where the bad guys operate out of, I love how black Luke Cage is. We end up with a few more sort of like awesome montage scenes of like bloody knuckles, people getting their ass whooped, Luke Cage being thrown into a body of water, Misty Knight looking up that prototype of the arm that Rand, we see a little R in the corner of this blueprint, Rand Industries. And we end with the tagline, how far is too far, when talking about a bulletproof black man who has no limits, really. So
clearly, there's nothing too far.
There's nothing too far.
You can't go too far with Luke Cage.
There it is. Woo! Keller, final thoughts before we wrap up this shiz.
This trailer was so badass. I am way more pumped about season 2.
Yeah.
Like season 1 was awesome because it was so cool to see it set in Harlem with black superheroes.
But like, it dragged in places.
Yes.
Yeah.
Season 2 looks like it is going to be fast-paced, super exciting, and also it's just great that we have Bushmaster.
That's my number one thing. I'm glad you said it. I'm so excited for this season is that he is a bad guy that can test him and go toe-to-toe. In the cinematic universe, Marvel's been getting better with villains. I hope that carries over to the TV world. Well, in tandem. Yeah. Thanks for watching our trailer reaction for Luke Cage season number 2. As always, make sure to like, subscribe, hey! Hit that bell for alerts.
I'm gonna have to jump in again.
Of new episodes.
Also, make sure you comment. Again, DC, thank you for this recommendation.
Appreciate it, man.
If you want to be like DC and be an awesome Scooby fan and get a shout out, leave us comments.
She ain't lying. All right. Until next time, I've been Dre.
And I'm Alex.
Stay groovy, Scoobies.